Let's go.
Welcome to What's on the Menu. We air every first and third Sunday of the month. You can tune in live on Boston Praise Radio 102.9 FM, bostonpraiseradio.com, what'sonthemenuboston.com, Facebook, and YouTube. This week's topic for What's on the Menu presents rappers. Here are your hosts, James Levesque. Tracy Lithcutt is out today.
Tracy decided to take a day off. How dare he takes a day off? So he left us. He left us. You know, he was like, "Oh, Jay, I'm tired. Jay. I can't feel. I need a day." So you know, the show must go on. The show must go on. So we're here. We're here with Miss Wu-Tang Gang, aka Miss Cheryl, and we got the lovely Lady G in the house. So we're gonna hold it down. We're gonna hold the fort, folks. So this week on the menu, we are talking about hip-hop music. We got some special guests here with us. Let me do a quick little introduction. We have my man Al Knock, hip-hop artist, one half member of the group The Town. We got his brother Frizzo, the other member of The Town. We got young hip-hop artist. His name is Deli Del. We got my man, Mr. Edward Walker, who's a motivational speaker, an artist as well, an educator, a young pastor in training, I believe. And we also got my man, Mr. Axe Butane. He's an artist, he's an educator, a coach as well. We got my main man, Mr. Richard Futrell, who's an entrepreneur, has worked with Bad Boys, has done so much things in the industry. So, gentlemen, welcome to What's on the Menu. I'm your host, Mr. James Levesque, Jake Jizzy. We're about to have some fun today, folks. So, gentlemen, let's get right into it. Rap music. You know, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of fell out of love with rap music a little bit. You know, it hasn't. I don't know. It hasn't done anything for me lately. You know, what you guys feeling on rap music? Go ahead, anybody. What do you guys think? Or what's your on the state of hip hop right now? What's the feel of it? You know,
with all the mumbling going on. Can we really call it rap?
I believe so. Yeah, you know, it's just I can't get no lyrics. I don't know no lyrics. You know, like what?
It's valuable no more.
Huh?
You can't learn nothing from it.
Right.
So it's not valuable no more. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. Yeah.
Well, I say like with me being 21, you know what I'm saying? It's my era. So like it's about right now. It's about energy. You know what I'm saying?
Fresh.
So we're based off energy. We like hearing stuff that gets us hype, especially when you hear something with the beat come on. You know what I'm saying? But some of us like the old school though, something you can feel, sometimes you can vibe too. So
yeah,
it's very different.
So how long you been rapping? How long you got into the game?
I've been rapping for like 3 or 5 months.
Yeah, so you fresh.
Freshy.
Yeah.
Freshy.
I'm fresh, so I caught on quick. It's getting buzzed fast.
Yeah, you know? Yo, it's funny how I got hip to you. I was on the Facebook and I'm just like, yo, like listening to your beat and the lyrics, the way you flow, and I'm like, oh, is that Young Deli? You know, doing his thing.
But that's what rap has become, right? You can literally be in the game now 3 to 5 months and make a name for yourself with all the new platforms and all.
Yeah.
Like these young bucks know how to make their own beats now. They're not relying on someone else. I mean, back when I was younger, if you told somebody you were rapping for 3 or 4 months, they'd laugh, right? They'd walk away from you. And even if you were nice, it's just the simple fact that they would want you to pay your dues. But now, you know, rap has changed into a point where you have access to the internet, you have access to the technology to make your beats, and if you can put a few words together, you can do it.
And you have access to all of the producers.
Absolutely.
You know, we didn't have that growing up. We couldn't just press a button and Jay Dilla pops up, you know, or MF Doom, one of them, you know.
So let me ask this question, Ed. This question goes out to you. Anybody else who wants to jump in? What does gangster rap mean to the black community?
What does gangster rap mean to the black community? That's a pretty deep question, because it means something different to to different aspects of the black community, right? And we got to be careful to not say black community and just think everyone in the black community has the same perspective of gangster rap. Gangster rap had its impact, and in certain regions of the world, it still has its impact, right? Primarily for gangsters, right?
Right.
And the definition of gangster has changed over time, right? We used to see these televised images of gangsters and think that's exactly what it meant to be a gangster. But I'm telling you, if I introduced you to a real gangster today, you wouldn't know who he was, because gangsters don't really want to be on Front Street. They don't want their name on the radio, or they don't want to be all on television and things like that. But to get back to your question, man, what has gangster rap done for the black community? It certainly has brought attention to the black community back when gangster rap sort of elevated. Back when NWA and even with Chuck D. Now, folks would say Chuck D wasn't a gangster rapper, but that was the era when black music was being put on the scene. And it certainly changed the perspective of a lot of black people. It gave them some courage to stand up and say things like, forget the police, I'm black and I'm proud type of ordeals. So I think it had a powerful impact on the black community. And again, once other people got their hands on the culture and on the music, and they had the power to project certain aspects of gangster rap, they tend to only put out the negative aspects of gangster rap, and then that's what the world ran with.
Because it was more like a release of rage. When I first heard gangster rap, you know, all of that tension that we feel as black men, and we feel that tension in the communities. Yeah, that was a release for us, you know, just to hear F the police, and hear the fear of a black planet, and also X-Clan. You don't hear no groups like that around when they're educating and, you know, letting us know we need to be the path we need to be on, you know.
So do you think that was like, because I feel like before the NWA, right? NWA drop, I feel like the message in like hip hop music was primarily a positive one, you know. And I don't know, like this is it's primarily a positive one, but then I think once NWA got on, it kind of just shift the whole culture towards like, you know, degrading women, saying F this, you know what I mean, all that stuff. So yeah, go ahead, Rich. What do you think about that?
Again, I'm a big fan of rap. I think rap started out as a revolt and part of the revolution. There was a bigger picture, and then rap became everything. So you got rap plus that rap got raped, you know, at one time. And they took out the social justice, and it became about a money making in the machine of music to go in. So once we diluted the message of rap, it just became music for people to bop their heads to, as opposed to like Public Enemy and Fight the Power. You know, and really like getting out there and like making change. Really like we've been talking about police brutality for a long time. Now we got social media, so you can actually see people getting shot. Yeah. What NWA was talking about was they was in the street seeing people getting shot in Compton and LA and Bronx and going in. So they made it out to be gangsta when it really wasn't gangsta. It was just black people trying to survive. You know, the word gangsta rap came from white music execs sitting in these booths saying, "Oh, these guys are gangsta rappers."
Right,
you know? They're not gangsta rappers. They're rappers talking about their life.
So, question, Al. Right, you're a seasoned veteran in the game. I have a question. Down south rappers, right? Are they respected? Like down south?
Yeah, they're respected, man. Shout out to the South. They have their own wave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why wouldn't they be respected? They telling the story too.
Cause I just feel like I'm big on like wordplay, you know, and I'm big on wordplay and how like, you know, it used to just be like an art where you could have put certain words together. And I'm thinking like, man, I could never do that, you know. So when I hear certain lyrics, now I'm hearing them, it's like I could do that. It's like little nursery rhymes, you know. Put your hat on your head. Let me get it. You know, it's weird, you know. So
you gotta understand something. So I'm not from the South.
Right,
I got
right.
people there, you know. So you know, some areas of the South are not as advanced. You know, they don't get stuff as quick as we get it, but they still in the loop. Like we've been there before. You know what I'm saying? We just modernized a little bit. They getting there. Or they were getting there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, they got their own wave, man.
Yeah, so like with me, I'm from South Carolina, so
right.
like it's very different up there. I'm down there from up here.
Yeah.
Like I used to live like no bus, no trains, dirt roads, barely lights.
Yep.
Had a farm in my backyard, so I'm very hip. So like down there it's different. Like their vibe is way different. Like you said, some areas don't got nothing, but some areas catch up fast. Like the education is very advanced. You know, the black colleges down there. College down there is nice.
Yeah.
Hey, but we always forget about the old school rappers from down south, man. Like the Big Mikes, the A-Boys, MJG, Scarface that paved the way. So we can't really separate them because they've always been in the family, especially Outkast, Ludacris, a bunch of them. I'm talking about the old rappers, like even Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? They're down south rappers, man.
Yeah, Uncle Luke.
They had their own styles, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can't separate. It's the new era of down south rappers that are not hip to lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Question: is there a difference between like hip hop and rap?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. First of all, we got to make certain that we draw a distinction between the two. First of all, hip hop is the mother, right? Hip hop is the culture, right? And there's several elements that fall under hip hop itself. Rap is just being one of those elements. And so there are many young rappers today who know nothing about the culture. Right?
They can't even break dance.
Right.
They can't even do a tag on the wall.
They don't know what it is. They don't know what it is. They don't know what a DJ is anymore because DJs aren't as prominent. You see what I'm saying? Again, they have a drum machine and a couple of keyboards and they can make it happen for themselves. So, and I'm not blaming. I'm not knocking anyone. There's just, you don't have to study hip hop anymore to be a rapper. At one point, you had to understand the culture of hip hop in order to be a rapper because you couldn't really be an MC without the DJ, right? And folks would challenge your knowledge on graffiti and breakdancing and beatboxing and all that stuff back in the day. So you don't really have to do that anymore. So there's definitely a distinction between hip hop and rap.
Yeah, there's no challenging anymore. It's everybody get in and everybody's respected and loved. When we were coming up, you had to earn, like you were talking about earlier, you had to earn your dues.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Rich.
I'm gonna put it into as an entrepreneur on the panel. I'm gonna put it into a business perspective. It's called barriers to entry. So when you get in a business, you really got to look at what are the barriers to entry to get in there. With social media, the barriers to entry to hip hop have been removed, so it's easy for anybody to get in the game. Before, you had to be vetted, you had to have a team, you had to get behind you, you needed money, you needed a record deal. Now the barriers to entry are removed, so you're going to get a lot of things that shouldn't be in the culture added to the culture. Looking at it that way.
Frizzo, right? Question: what's your thoughts on the young boy, the guy with the purple hair, Tekashi 6ix9ine? What's your thoughts on him, man?
Like you said, it's a new era. It's a new era right now. It's social media, so like you say, anything you put up, no matter if it's negative or positive, it's hundreds of thousands of people watching it. It's gonna be divided. No matter what you say, what you do, people are watching, and it's just the media just runs with everything. Yeah. And you get yourself in the web real quick.
So do you think like he was gangster like that, or he was just running with some?
I mean, no.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, like he was a puppet,
Yeah.
And there was a lot of strings pulling, so there was someone pulling those strings. So.
Come on, now you ever see a quote unquote gangster with purple and pink hair, with rainbow teeth, and
but think about it though, right? But he came like his like stardom he just blew up. He blew up, and it was, I don't know if it was, everybody's seen the movie CB4, right? So I feel like that was the perfect example of the movie being created in life, where you got MC Gusto, who was Tekashi 6ix9ine, posing as like this tough guy, which he wasn't. He was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody believing. He was very disrespectful too, but now he's caught up. He's caught up in the game, and he's serving like what? He's like a life sentence. What is it?
When he's 69.
Crazy.
Right, but this goes back to what I said just a few minutes ago. Gangsters don't want to be on Front Street, like real gangsters. Everything he did, he put in the spotlight. He needed you to know that he was a fool and he was crazy and he wasn't afraid, right? Because he was trying to project this image that wasn't really him. Right now, he's about to get into some real gangster stuff, right? He's going to prison for the rest of his life.
A whole bunch of dudes.
Exactly.
Now.
So let's see how that pink hair and that purple. Now, right? Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Hold that soap. The game up in there, boy.
So
gangster, you got gangster.
Ladies, I have a quick question for you guys, right? So we have Nicki Minaj, right? and Cardi B. Right. This is Lady G and Miss Wu-Tang Gang. So why do you think more women? Why haven't there been more women rappers who's been recognized?
I think there have been some women recognized. You got Lil' Kim.
Okay.
Faith Evans.
Faith Evans was an R&B. She didn't rap. She didn't drop
didn't do
off.
rap?
No.
Okay. You know I'm not. I'm Wu-Tang Gang.
Missy, okay.
Queen Latifah.
But it always seems that like it's always like just one, and they always have the women just going back and forth and like almost kind of like clashing with each other. Because I remember when Lil' Kim was, kind of at the top of her career, you had her and Foxy Brown, who's actually one of my favorite artists, actually, going at it. Now we have Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, and it's almost like they're going at it, So why can't like women come together and uplift? How come? What do you think, Lady G? What do you think about that?
I'll be honest. I'm not a rap expert.
Yeah.
That's not what I do. But just thinking about women in general, you look at where they are and where they stand. It's like these guys were saying. A lot of it is social media. It's what sells. It's what people want to know what's going on, what they hear. So there are a lot of powerful young women out there doing some real positive things in terms of rap, in terms of spoken word.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to go back and trace your past to really understand what true hip hop, what true rap is, and then identify those ladies out there doing that. So, but if we have this image of what they say hip hop is, and it's said enough times, or this is good rap, then that's what you hear and that's what you say. And it's whoever's out there in social media that's getting the most hits.
Absolutely.
That's getting the most tags, I guess. So, I believe it exists. We just got to keep looking.
Yo, Al Knock, right? Why aren't there like more white, Latino, or even gay rappers? What do you think? Why haven't they kind of like blowed up a little bit?
There's a whole bunch of gay rappers. They're just in the closet.
Okay, question. Let me ask you this question,
White
though,
rappers
right?
are
So if do you think like a gay rapper who comes out and say, yo, this is my lifestyle, I'm with it, but he's nice, and he's talking about whatever it is that he's talking about, but he's gay. Like, do you think he'll be accepted in the hip hop community, or do you think like what do you guys think?
So you're accepted when you keep it 100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he's somebody who said it from jump, and then the hip hop community let him in, then that's cool. But if you're somebody who's gonna play the role of something, and then in the middle of whatever you're doing, in the middle of your career or whatever, you telling your feature that's about to get on a song with you, like, yo, I just want to let you know I'm gay. Like, that's where it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that we're picking on gay rappers. It ain't that. It's like, don't try to fool us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like as
hip hop wasn't for a gay rapper. Honestly, I'm 41. So to me, it's like it came from.
You 41? You look 28, man.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it just wasn't for gay rappers. That's just against God's word, right?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Deli. You were saying something?
What he's saying, like, as long as they keep it 100 from the jump, but with like all this happening in the world, some of them are scared to come out. You know what I'm saying? Because people are being killed for being gay and stuff like that. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? So they scared.
I'm pretty sure they're getting killed because they fooling somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you keep it from the jump, you will be respected. Like anyway, keep it 100, like he said. Anyway, you will be respected.
So, gentlemen, hold on a second. We got to go to our local sponsors. Go ahead, Miss Wu-Tang Gang.
Local sponsors. We have Urbanica Building Design, Eddie Jenkins Law, Callaway Graphics, Sweet Embers Bakery, J. Rockwell Sound Studio, Shun's Kitchen, Janie Construction, Leo Papil and George Kramer, and some anonymous donors. We also have our national sponsors, Better Belly out of Chicago, Illinois, The Shop, Pennsylvania, Apon Concepts out of Miami, Florida, and Campaign Industries out of Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, now I have a quick question. All right, this is open to anybody. Do black people listen to Eminem? Huh?
Are you serious?
I'm asking you a question.
Do that. M is an MC. He's not a rapper.
I don't know, bro.
MC's in his rap. He's in the MC category.
Okay, I'm asking the question.
In the MC category, you get some air.
So hold on. So listen. So when was the last time you bought an Eminem?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
But black people do listen to him. Like if I turn it on YouTube, he lives on this. All right, I'll listen to it, but I'm not buying this stuff.
Okay, see, that's what
I'll buy Black Thought stuff though. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think the beauty rap surpasses everything. Right. Color, race, all that. Like my man said, if you keep it 100 in rap, you are in and accepted. Eminem has kept it 100 from day one. Yes. You know, he came in, he battle rap, he'll go toe to toe with anybody, black, white, it don't matter. Mm-hmm. Rap is not. They like to segregate it as a black thing. Yeah. Rap is a thing of human condition. You know, so whatever human condition you're suffering, rap is your outlet to get out. Whether you gay, straight, bi, I don't care what you are. If you need an outlet, you can come to rap. That's what we open it up for. And the second thing I want to touch on the women in rap. The problem with the industry is that we idolize the hoe in rap. Oh, so yes, every woman that you see that makes it through is a hoe. Right. You got Lil' Kim, you got Cardi B, you got Nicki Minaj, but you don't hear about real lyricists like Dutch Rebel. Right. You know,
Sarah the goddess of Mercy.
Exactly.
She's powerful.
So if you're a powerful black woman in rap, they're not gonna put you out there because all they want is the hoe. Right. You know, so we gotta change the dialogue and take hip hop to the future. That's it.
I feel you. Watch the HO. I mean, hopefully we didn't catch that. Okay. The Merry Christmas. but so this goes towards my next question now, Ed. Right? Do you think white people are like a guest in hip hop?
Do I think they are a guest in hip hop?
Yeah.
I actually was going to jump in when Future was speaking just a second ago, because I do believe there was an invitation made. Mm-hmm. I do not think from the jump rap was. I don't really use this word out in the professional world. Rap was colorblind. Mm-hmm. White people were invited into rap because at one point the hip hop culture, including the element of rap, was despised by the white community, right? Because again, they only saw the negative aspects of it, and then there was sort of the invitation or the appropriation of the culture, the way we dressed, the way we diddy bop, the graffiti, right? Because now the invitation was open to artists. I'm talking like graffiti artists, visual artists. The culture opened up the invitations to dancers. White people started breakdancing, right? Not just white people, but all different nationalities started breakdancing. So I truly believe that there was an invitation. It wasn't never really meant to be a segregated thing, but at its birth, it was a black culture. It was a black culture at its birth, and for the sake of it, black people have never really been exclusionary, right? We always extended the invitation for the worse or the better.
For real, you're right. Yeah,
I think it was more monetary. Monetary because the industry made it like accessible to the white community because they saw how much money it was making. Because like you go back to the 2020 episode where they interview him, you see Crazy Legs and those guys breaking on 2020 hip hop. What is this brand new fad? And then 20 years, 30 years later, it's $1 billion business.
Killing the game.
Yeah, they're gonna invite people.
Right, because white folks were always behind the scene. Now, don't get it wrong. We were at the forefront as the MCs and the dancers and the graffiti artists, but we always had executives that were white, so they were always on the scene.
So this goes up to my next question. How come, as people who are the artists, right, and we've always been the artists, the performers, we're not in the back? You know what I mean? Owning our masters and doing all these, putting together like the distribution deals. Like, how come we're not doing that? But we're always the one. They basically, take our talent that we have and they market it, and then they make most of the money and they give us a little chump change. What do you guys think about that?
Well, you got the social media.
Right.
Everybody got their own platform, so everybody want to run with their own platform. So if I create something, come up with a beat, a nice verse, and it goes viral, now I got these producers and these other contents trying to get to me.
Right.
So I don't own nothing. It's just I'm taking what they giving me. That's all it is.
So question, right? Go ahead, Ax.
I think it comes down to the knowledge a lot of us that are getting in the game don't have the knowledge of the back workings of what's going on as far as the management, as far as the production, as far as the distribution. If we had that knowledge, we'd be able to attack it. But all we know is how to be an artist.
So go ahead. Do you think it's better to be like independent, or do you think it's better to sign like, you know, with a big record label? Because back in the days, if I heard, yo, my man Versatile just signed with Bad Boy, I'm like, oh, what? Yo, I had to sign with Bad Boy. But now it's like they kind of shun on it's more like cool to be an independent artist.
You keep your money. You make more money being an individual.
More thing, yeah.
And I think I was 21 when I went to New York and was working with Bad Boy,
right.
you know, and got this internship and got into the machine of music to go in. So always getting a record deal doesn't always pan out for a lot of people.
No.
There's people that had deals that never got put out. Sometimes they actually signed them just to shelf them because they competed with the other artists that goes in. So if you look at it, you got to give shout out to Southern Rap because Master P and Baby actually were the first ones to own their masters and to not sign deals. They only sign distribution deals. Everything else is a 360 deal. That means the label gets a piece of everything. Your touring, your music, everything that goes around. So when they broke the 360 deal and said, no, I'm only going to allow you just to distribute the music, everything else is mine. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping the tour money. I'm keeping the show money. And then the labels had to do it because they were selling millions out of their trunks, you know, going from city to city. And then you got Black Mafia started doing it in Atlanta and going in. So the thing is, it's not a one, either you sign or you don't sign. It's how much control do you want and how much work do you want to do. Because if you don't want to do all the work, then go sign with somebody and let them do the work. If you can grind it out, do it yourself because you want to keep more of the profit.
You know what's so crazy, bro? I was thinking about this. One of my favorite groups was Rockefeller, right? And it broke my heart that they broke up, you know. Why do you guys think some of our historic hip hop groups always have beef within each other? You know what I mean? Like it's always like some kind of like, you know, confrontation within the group, which they end up splitting up, and then now you have like these white groups like the U2s or like the Kiss who still get money with each other till this day. So why you guys think? Why is that?
Troy Ave. It's all about the money.
Okay,
I feel.
Debbie, go ahead.
I feel as if like not everybody in the groups are on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody else is gonna hustle and make sure we all eat. Everybody want to buy themselves. Not everybody's on the same level, so everybody's breaking apart. Like that's why I like the Migos. They're all family, even though family can cross you too. But these dudes stay together. Whatever, anybody can say anything. Just like Takeoff was left off the Bad and Bougie. It was coming at him, but they was helping him because like he don't matter because every song they make, they all get bread.
Right.
So they all eat. Everybody eat.
Right.
I think everything have a season, you know. Big shout out to my baby mamas, you know. Like I loved you for a time, you know, to go in, but then sometimes that time just ends, and it has to come to an end. And that's the same thing with rap.
Big shout out to my baby mamas.
You can't be in love forever.
Yeah, you know, it's because it's so. I don't know, man. I just feel like is that like a black thing, or? Because sometimes we're fighting each other, you know what I mean? Not realizing that, yo, that's my brother over here. I got to make sure if I'm eating, he's eating as well too. And I feel like with Rockefeller, these guys had like everybody was getting money. You know what I mean? Everybody had their role, but it's almost like they broke up because
somebody got greedy.
Yeah, just a hate
and greedy. Who think got greedy?
Thing.
I think Jay got greedy.
I think Jay got greedy too.
Look where Jay is right now.
Yeah. We don't really know if they were getting money because that's all we saw was online stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know about what's really going on. People really be struggling out
right.
here.
Yeah,
online, on Instagram and all that. They look good. They borrowed their man's chains. They went to Marshalls, got an outfit, so they look like they getting money. But the reality is they don't.
Okay.
Hey, but J and them was official. They came in and
as bosses.
They put their own money up.
That
they
is
didn't
true.
wait for nobody else, man. So
absolutely. So right now we're about to go to some of our questions that we have online. Lady G, what you got for me?
Shelley from Newark, New Jersey asks, do you think female MCs are looked at as sexual objects instead of being recognized for their lyrical skills?
Go ahead. Anybody, go ahead.
It depends on how you portray yourself. It depends on what image you give the people.
And unfortunately, in this day and age, the sexuality comes first. Unfortunately, too many of the female MCs are using their beauty and their sexuality to make you pay attention to their lyrics. Right back in the day, Queen Latifah didn't expose herself. MC Lyte didn't expose herself. None. Moni, what's her name? Moni in the middle. Moni Loves. None of them ever exposed their bodies, but they made you pay attention to their lyrical content first. And it is a new era. These sisters that are rapping now, for many of them, they lived that life prior to becoming rappers, right?
Cardi
B was a dancer. Probably still is dancing on. And right, Nicki was also had a different lifestyle before, and so they came into the rap game with their persona already. They just exposed it and used it as a sort of marketing tool to get folks to pay attention to their lyrics.
Hey, but one name that sticks out.
Go ahead.
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
So what's their excuse, yo? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Go ahead. Next question.
We have Carol. It's along the same lines of women in rap. And Carol is from Atlanta. Is hip hop music disrespectful to women?
I would say some of it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not paying attention to the mental aspect of hip hop. Because a lot of young men and grown men are hurt inside. You know what I'm saying? So with that hurt, they coming out disrespecting their women. They might have been beaten by their mother or had a rough childhood with their mother, and like that's what they turn around and do. Like as far as beating their wife or whatever, you know.
So like yes,
and they rap about it.
So some of it's real, but like he said, we don't know what's behind the scenes. Like some dudes may rap like, yeah, got all these girls, stuff like that, but really got a wife at home. Sometimes just how you feel. Like he said, sometimes how you feel about shorty, you may come out bad about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Go ahead, Lady G. Next question.
You know, I have a thought, and this isn't I don't have another question from any caller at this point. But I'm sitting in a room with several black men who seem, meeting for the first time, and you seem so very well educated, well spoken, and it's just wonderful to sit here with you and have this conversation.
Thank you.
I have sons. I have a son who also at one point in time was out there, young, in college, listening for beats and actually took a ton of some 45s I had years ago and would sit there and play them endlessly and pick up beats from music. And where are we today with that? I mean, is that still that same concept? Are there those distinguishing tones and beats in music that really, really are being used and worked over and over again still?
Of course, definitely. Of course.
I would say yes and no, because the younger generation, they didn't grow up in the Sunday households that we grew up in. They didn't have all the range of music that we had, as far as like Teddy, Luther, Millie Jackson, even going to John Denver and like a range. They don't have that. We grew up on that. That's why we kept the samples fresh in our minds. You know, these kids don't hear that. The radio's not the same for them. They can't turn on one radio station and they hear like R&B, rock and roll, hip hop, and jazz. We could do that back in the day, so they're not exposed to a lot of it.
So and I think a major difference is, as the brother was saying, back then we sampled people. We knew who we were sampling. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just the beat. Right, when someone heard a song, like my mother can say, "Boy, that's Luther Vandross." Right nowadays, you're sampling a sound. Right, so they hear a certain beat, they don't know who's behind it, who produced it, who wrote the lyrics to the song. All they hear is the beat, and they say, "Oh, I want that. Let's take this part of it." So there's a difference in that practice as well.
So like going on now, which is like this is my era now, which everything's like basically like 360 recycled. So all the old beats are coming back now. Like they're sampling like Marvin Gaye, put on the track, put their own mix to it.
Yeah.
And it's like some of like the people that make beats now, like I'm not saying they're old, but some of them OGs, so they understand that we can make it over.
Go ahead, Future.
I like to get political, so I think one of the big things is the social justice piece. After Clinton put the 3 strikes law, and it tore the black family apart. So there's a lot of the black men you see here. There's 2 million of us sitting in jail right now that go in. So when you take so many men out of a community, it's gonna perpetuate. It's gonna perpetrate a lot of stereotypes that go in, and we don't have the strong families that we need to have, but we're gonna open the jails and bring them home.
Question. I want to hear everybody's opinion on this one. Who is the best lyricist of all time? Who? Okay, Future. Who you saying?
Best lyricist of all time in mine, I gotta go with NAS. I'm a Nas to the heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Young Deli, what you got? Who's the best?
My era, but I listen to a lot of Tupac.
Tupac, okay. Ask.
Man, oh man, that's a huge question, but I'm gonna go with my man from Philly, Black Thought.
Black Thought. Ooh.
I'm not even hesitating. It's Black Thought.
Black Thought.
I'm gonna go with Park too, man.
Park. Frizzle.
I'm going with Nas.
Nas. Okay. Lady G, who's one of yours?
Tupac.
Don't
I'm gonna
don't say Faith Evans.
Tang Gang.
Jizza, just say Jizza. Wu-Tang, just say Jizza.
For me, I would say it's a toss up between Jay-Z and LL Cool J. I don't know. I think LL.
I also want to say Big Pun.
Pun.
Shout out to Pun.
Long time in it, you know what I'm saying?
That's one of the reasons I can't give it to him.
Yeah.
I do respect that. I do respect that.
The lyricist Cannabis.
Cannabis is dirty too.
Okay. But you see,
he fell off hard.
He did.
It was his beat selections.
He fell off hard. I mean, like, I'm talking brick hard.
Well, it happens.
He is a lyricist.
So let me ask you this: is freestyle respected by rappers?
Oh yeah,
yes.
That's an art. That's one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an art. That's
I think it took on a different definition though, right?
Yeah.
So I believe in the original freestyle. This is when you step into the moment, you spit whatever comes to mind, off the heart, off the head. That's freestyle. But given what rap has become, anything I'm not getting paid for is a free style. You're not gonna check for me. I ain't gonna tell you if I wrote it. I'm just gonna spit it.
Hey, but
That's it.
You could go to KRS-One's definition where like any written material that hasn't been performed before is an actual freestyle, and also off the top of the head is a freestyle.
So like right now, my era, like which is freestyle, we saying you can go like say I freestyle right now. You can make that to a song and make millions off the freestyle you made.
Ooh. So let me ask you this question, because I'm gonna ask for some bars. I know I got artists in here. Let me drop something real quick. Let me, off the top, ask what you got.
May I just interject?
Okay, go ahead.
When you drop it, just remember that we don't want to pay no fines.
We don't want no fines. We do not want no fine. But I want y'all are dropping all this knowledge, and I want to hear some of what y'all got, man.
Set of the flame, butane got the whole world nervous. Came back to the earth as a black man on purpose. I dig deeper for the knowledge I seek. Behead the treacherous and protect the weak. It's not blacks killing blacks, it's tribes killing tribes. Over European crumbs, just to stay alive. Got us chasing dollars that ain't worth. Basically providing the razor to slit our wrists. Inflicted sadness, inflicted madness. I'ma catch the devil sleeping and burn him to his mattress. Pollute the people injected with pure evil. God gave me the vision to make the snake see through. Transparent in this land of cock cannons. Pedophiles run wild like panhandlers. Structure where they unconditionally buck you and never love you. Yeah. Dip, diver. We civilize them 85ers. We make the devil hit his knees and say the Our Father.
Verse. Versatile. You got anything for me, Versatile? Can I get you to come out of retirement, Verse?
Of a lyrical genius. I mean this. Probably one of the illest you've heard or seen since. I stopped spitting back in 2008, but even back then I was clearly one of the meanest. My rap skills are seamless. Now I can't tell you where my team is. Life circumstances got between us. I felt like I was fighting with my own fam, like Serena playing Venus in some white man's arenas. To dreamers, I need more daylight. Eat right, sleep good, work hard, pray right. So much success is waiting for my arrival. Death is still lurking, plotting on my survival. It's been a long time coming, a mighty long time. It's such a beautiful day, but still a wrong time. I'm on the right path, I'm just in my wrong mind. I could use a little support from my own bloodline. Yes.
Hold on, Al, not. I don't know if you want to feel it. What you want to drop something?
I'm just out to go get it. Skip knocking on the door. I'm gonna kick it off the hinges. You can keep the glamour, the cars, and the women. Just give me the money and let me handle my business.
Ooh.
Forget about the limelight. Everything's gonna come when the time's right. It's proven.
Deli, you want anything, Deli, or you?
I'm a youngin', only 21. I can live it twice. I'm around rats that turn into mice. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm a youngin', but I'm in the game. I feel ashamed what he doing to my mans. Free my man Mo out the jam. We was youngins, we was eating out the same can. We was in the jacks. I see bro serve his own mans. Life is hard when you coming up. No support. It be your own brother that'll turn you over to the courts, to the feds. Sad.
Frizzo, what you got for me, Frizzo? Come here, Frizzo. You want me to drop some? You want me to drop some?
Whatever perspective you had on me, I'm going to change it. Had to smaller my circle, it's still the same arrangements. Can't pay your due, disrespecting the diligence. So I'm going to show you how real he better handle this. I won't stop. I don't see no post sign. You don't be in the hood. No cosign, not from me at all. And when me and my bro make it, y'all. And y'all going to have to take it. Treat y'all like batter so I can cake it. No American greed like scums. I know I hate betrayal. And that's for sure. So if I start messing with you, then you already know.
Frizzo, Future. I don't know if you.
Yo. Come on, Future. Let's go, Future.
Yo, you guys.
See the beauty of hip hop. It never stops. It's the future. I'm gonna give it all that I got. Went from being a promoter at venue to being the hottest dude on a show called What's on the Menu.
Get it. Hey, I told you you could rap. I told you you can freestyle.
That's what I'm talking about. Bars. This what I'm talking about. What's on the menu? 102.9 FM. Folks, we're doing some amazing things right now. Yo, this is actually going into one of the questions that I have, right, is who or what was the best rapper, or how come ain't nobody really made it out of Boston yet? Because I'm listening to y'all and I'm like, yo.
Hey, I'm not from Boston, but I heard a lot of stories when I moved up here about how Boston neighborhoods be shaking down any artist that come up here.
Really?
Yeah, take their chains, everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So
Boston with the chains.
They got a bad reputation. That's what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, gangster. I'm like, oh yeah, it reminds me of Brooklyn. Like, it's gangster.
Yeah. So
a lot of people don't know, man. A lot of big producers and A&Rs and stuff like that come from the city. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get mad at a person for leaving here if he felt like the people that were around him wasn't serious enough to take the talent, you know what I mean, to another level. And you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say, oh, he turned his back on me. But the truth is maybe you was lacking on keeping up with him when he gave you the opportunity to keep up. Like, I'm not going to slow down for you if we started together. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like now that I just started 3 to 5 months in, you know, I see a lot, it's like not that much people support. You know what I'm saying? Especially with like the hoods going and stuff like that. Some people don't support the people because they're from here. Or some people just like in general, like just hate, you know what I'm saying? Your own boys don't want to put you out there, but it be the next man you don't know say, share my man's stuff, man, like my man's stuff, put you out there and promote you. It's just not a lot of support, a lot of one-dimensional rap here, a lot of hood rap, you know what I'm saying? It's nice to get your joint on sometime, but they don't like switching it up. Some people hear a new sound, they're like, nah, let's go back to the old sound.
Who's the dude from Worcester that just got the Grammy? Oh, yeah. He just went.
Lucas.
Okay, Jordan Lucas. Okay.
So people make it from Boston. Yeah. That's just what people wanted to believe. People make it from Boston. Mike Bivens.
He from Worcester. He from Worcester.
No, from Boston. I say Massachusetts.
But that's another thing, though. That's another thing. You can be from Springfield and make it and be like, yo, Boston.
Right.
That goes on a lot. Because like even with
the reality is, so Boston has its own zip codes. If you ain't from one of those zip codes, then you're not from Boston.
But they be claiming it. No. Even like, look, case in point, they're my peoples. I love terminologies. They from Lawrence, but when they out in the world, they claiming Boston. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Shout out.
Yeah, right. What up, Rex? What up?
Because I went to New England College, you know, so people would be like, oh, he's from Boston. He'd be like, I'd be like, no, he's from Lawrence. What do you say? Boston. So like in college, the same way.
Lawrence or no other cities. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all representing Boston. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as you don't misrepresent us, it would never be an issue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That hasn't happened.
But that's what you feel like the Mass Industry Committee. You know what Danger and them was doing over there. You know, Lyrical, all of them. We need to bring the Mass Industry Committee back, people. Yeah. We are Massachusetts. Let's stop this Boston, Lawrence, everything. And Massachusetts forever. Number one. Big shout outs.
And not only that, like a lot of the Boston artists or Massachusetts artists, once they start popping off, they always go down to New York. Man.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Question, Future. What is that? The Massachusetts.
It's called the Mass Industry Committee. So it was a committee that we had, for a while, led by Danger and Lyrical, who were like just bringing us together. So we would have industry meetups, and we'll have little rap sessions, and we just learn from each other to go in and really have a committee where we break down the barriers of segregation from being Boston or Lawrence or Worcester. Like hip hop, we all one. This is Massachusetts, so I'm really gonna push that. We got a bunch of brothers here. If we gotta get together, and bring the Mass Industry Committee back, let's do it, because there's power in numbers.
Yes.
When they separate us, we get smaller, but when we get together, they can't stop us.
So, Lady G, how much time we have for the National Spotlight?
You should be wrapping it up and moving right into it.
All right, so gentlemen, we're about to wrap up a little bit. Tell us, give us like your final thoughts. Frizz, I'm gonna start with you.
I feel like hip hop is coming back.
Yeah.
There's some good music out there, and that's what it is. Hip hop's coming back.
Yes, sir.
Al, for us.
Go ahead, Al Knock. What's your final thought, brother?
I'm just gonna say to the young dudes and the young women, you know what I'm saying? When you can grab a mic and speak to it and have people listen to you, it's power. So just make sure you don't waste it by talking nonsense.
Absolutely. Verse.
I actually want to take this opportunity to send a shout out to Boston Praise Radio, to send a shout out to your crew for having us and having the conversation about rap music. There's some parameters here that put restrictions on language and things like that, which I actually appreciate, because oftentimes folks hear rap and then assume it has to be a whole bunch of y'all mean, cuss word, y'all mean, N-word. But you can see there's 6 brothers in here, and we can hit you from many different dimensions. So I appreciate this platform right here. So thank you to y'all.
Absolutely. Alex.
I would like to say that to all of the young kids coming up in the industry, you don't have to be an artist to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? You can do something else. You can own the company. You can own the label. So look into the other aspects of the music industry.
Deli. What's your final thoughts?
It's just like, I feel like hip hop's coming up, and I like how everybody could get off social media, because it's like you get seen, man, you're doing your own thing. And right now, it's all about difference.
Absolutely.
If you're different from everybody, you stand out, you're gonna make it fast. I feel like,
yes, sir.
And I feel like we should keep, like, especially here, we should just keep supporting each other and get us all up. That's how we all can get up together, just all love.
Yes, sir. Future.
Yeah, big shouts to Boston Praise Radio for What's on the Menu team for having me here today, and just for everybody out there, just be yourself, be creative and bring something new to the table. That's it.
All right, now we got something fresh and special for y'all on the National Spotlight. Shout out to Miss Mo. She was the one who hooked it up with the with this interview. We got Mr. Freeway Ricky Ross coming up. So yeah, tune in, folks. Now, this is the section of our show called the National Spotlight. It's when we put the spotlight on brands, businesses, entrepreneurs, actors, musicians, you name it, we want you on the spotlight. But you have to be the best of the best, though. This week on the Spotlight, man, we have somebody extraordinary for you on the Spotlight. We have Mr. Freeway Ricky Ross. Mr. Ross, how you doing today, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal, man. It's great to have this conversation with you.
Likewise. I'm glad to be on the Spotlight.
Awesome. So, Mr. Ross, how did you get the name Freeway Ricky Ross?
People ask me that all the time. I grew up in South Central Los Angeles. We stayed right on the side of the freeway, so it just kind of like grew on me.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I like that. So I hear that you was an incredible tennis player. How did you get into playing tennis and not basketball, football, which are a lot of the popular sports, I would guess?
Well, I always wanted to be a football player or a basketball player, or even baseball. But I was a little guy, so I didn't get the offers that I was hoping to, coming out of junior high school. And I'd also started playing tennis at about 12 years old. And the tennis coach showed a lot of interest in me, so I just started to lean more toward the tennis than the other sports because of my height and size.
Okay. All right. Wow, that's incredible. So,
which I believe benefited me a whole lot because in tennis tennis is an entrepreneur sport.
Yes.
You know, it's an individual. You can't hide behind nobody else. And if something goes wrong, it's your fault.
It's on you, absolutely. And that's actually leading to my next question, right? So can you describe how your street entrepreneurial efforts changed the landscape of local politics in LA and national politics?
Well, you know, I started in the game, in the drug game, with $125.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was arrested, I was making some days $3 million a day. For 2 years in a row, I made at least $1 million every day. What I was able to do was I had figured out the game, and what I did was I taught other people how to do the same things that I had learned how to do.
Wow. $1 million?
I made the process a lot easier for everybody else than it was for me.
Wow. Okay. Wow. $2-3 million a day. So, let me ask you this, right, Mr. Ross? I know quite a few people that have sold drugs or sold drugs. Now, are you a good person that got caught up in the game, or did the game turn you into a different person, having to deal with the difficulties of selling?
Well, you know what? I've always been the same person, and one of the things that I said when I went into the game is that I wasn't going to let the game corrupt me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was going to pretty much stay focused and keep my morals all in place.
Absolutely.
I only went in the game to escape poverty. You know, I was 19 years old, no unemployment, no education, and what I had did, I found out later, is that I had made my options limited.
Go ahead. Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, I said that what I had did was I had pretty much made my options limited.
Okay.
To what I could and could not do.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. So, what would you like our listeners and viewers to know you as a person?
Well, a lot of people had a misconception that that if you're a drug dealer, that you're some mean and evil person. They don't understand that you're human, and just like anybody else, we have likes and dislikes. We have family, you know, that we love and we care about, and most of us even care about our community. You know, we've been misguided, miseducated, but at the end of the day, in general, we're good people.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know a lot of good folks who just got in the game, man. So about this book that you got coming out, Mr. Ross, what will people who buy this book, what will be different in your book that we haven't heard about your past story?
Well, you know, this book is about my first 6 or 7 months I've been out of prison. So what this book is going to go into is what it was like, because a lot of people had a misconception that I had it easy, that, you know, the doors was just open for me. You know, when they see me online, you know, with Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather, they think that, you know, that Floyd took care of me and lifted me up, and those are total misconceptions.
Absolutely. Wow. So we're excited, man. So tell us, where can people purchase your book, and how can they purchase the book?
They can get the book that's out right now. They can get it at my website, freewayRickyRoss.com. The new book will be on sale there as well. And you can get it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, but I would hope that they get it from me. That way they can get the signed, autographed copy.
Okay. Can you tell us again one more time with your website and the name of the book as well too?
The book that's out right now is called Freeway Rick Ross Untold Autobiography. The new book is called Riding with Rick. It'll be authored by Ricky Ross and Cody Crutcher. That'll be out in January on the 26th.
Okay, awesome. Mr. Ross, we just like to say thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy man, and thank you for rocking with us on What's on the Menu.
No doubt. Thank you.
Absolutely, sir. See you in January. I hear you be back in Boston.
No doubt. No doubt. I'm on my way.
Yes, sir. Have an awesome one. Yes, sir. You already heard it. 102.9 FM. Boston Praise Radio. What's on the Menu? We taking it to a whole different level, gentlemen. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my appendix for coming on the show, rocking with us, dropping some jewels. You know what I mean? Dropping some dope freestyles. Lady G. Thank you, Miss Cheryl, aka Wu-Tang Gang. Most importantly, Mr. Pastor Wall for doing what you do. Trey Ocho, we miss you, big bro. Make sure you tune in to What's on the Menu next week. We coming in with a lot of different flavors. How much time we got? 12. You already know it, folks. Keep knocking, keep rocking. Peace, love, happiness. I'll holla.